we're back in Assetto Corsa. This time with the sim racing system again, of course, but this time we're going to be going to VALLELUNGA because the track has changed, but the car is still the same, and it's the KTM Crossbow. And as you can see, we've got 30 people. If we refresh it, 32 people have joined to this session. So what should happen is multiple servers should be created ad hoc, allowing everyone to race in official, although it's still being set up probably, but official race sessions. So this will be interesting, and it will certainly be interesting to drive this KTM Crossbow at VALLELUNGA, which is a very tight, weavy track. And of course, I've just noticed the advertising here, girl-free game. Well, nothing goes together like Assetto Corsa and girl-free games. So we're ready to join now, and we'll click join. Let's fingers crossed. It's loaded. There we go. So it is actually working this time. Disaster averted as we go into the server. And then, okay, so we've got eight people in each server, I'd guess then. Oh no, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is going to be full to the brim. 15 people in each server, I guess. So it should be interesting. We've got 2 minutes practice, then of course it goes to qualifying, and then the race. Just going to double check volume levels. Yes, we're good. Now you can see I've put the tyre app on the screen. Though with this vehicle the tyres are a little bit funky. We've got our lap time, we've got the chat room, we've got the delta, we've got the time left in the session, our position, and the force feedback setting, which I've been fiddling with. And then in the middle, we of course have Heli Corsa to let us know if we're about to drive into someone. Which probably will happen because this, as we can see here, is the little nippy children's playground VALLELUNGA track. And it's tighter than the Sainsbury's car park, so you're gonna have to watch out. And also, this KTM Crossbow with cold tyres and in general, even with the tyres warmed up, is very easy to get stuck into uncontrollable slides at low speed and tight angles. So we're gonna have to try and avoid that as best possible. And I'm still getting used to the last update of ACE. I sort of had a little break from sim racing with the VR headset, so getting back into it again. But I find if you go away from simulators for a bit, you sort of have to reattune your brain. Whoa, so flopping wide there, we've got to be careful. This is the warm up though, so it's about too much. But when it comes to qualifying, I think we only get 3 laps if we're lucky. Okay, we'll just do that as a drift. I've got the feeling that this server might have the track grip set on about 95% or so as well. So, but that's quite nice, and I think that's more realistic. But it just means you have to be aware of the car's tendency to slide, and it was super duper smooth. So we've got 11 seconds to finish this. So that'll be the end of the practice session. And then on to quali, and then we'll see if 15 cars can fit around this track. As I say, Sainsbury's car park of a track is absolutely bonkers. There's a little shadow on the floor there, which I think represents the break point for T1. And one thing I have found, just from these 2 laps, is that this car isn't too happy with trail braking, in that if you trail brake too hard, it doesn't take much to get it into that sort of never-ending skid state that you don't really want to get a car into because you're out of control. Oh no! I don't think he was aware that I was there. It's all right though. it's the practice. Doesn't count. At least I hope it's practice. They should get to quali now. This guy doing burnouts. So I'm not even sure what gears to be in here, or if I'm supposed to be ragging this around a little bit, or going for the smooth drive. Normally obviously you sort of err on the driving smooth being faster, but with certain cars, sometimes throwing it in a little bit can help. Okay, so we've got to get on the track straight away. So, fuel, we need to get the fuel levels down. We don't need 30 litres. That's enough to... 30 litres will... that's like a oil tanker's worth of fuel. We don't need that. 7 litres, I think, is probably about right. Even that's overkill. We'll go for 6 litres. That'll do. For qualifying, we probably don't even need that, but let's see what we can do. As we get out on the track, burn some rubber. The smoke effects actually seem to have improved gradually in AC. I think in terms of smoke, which is of course the most important feature in all driving simulators, Race Room probably has the nicest smoke in that it clears in a really slow way. So it just looks really nice and authentic. It doesn't blow around in the wind. We're not quite there in driving simulators, but though the smoke in AC is pretty basic, it does the job. Tyre smoke, you do feel like you're going to be breathing in some nice aerosolized rubber. It does its job. Okay. Just try and be smooth and gentle. Let's treat this driving like a baby's bottom. Oh, there we go. Cross the start-finish line. I don't know the corner names. Belly in a shadow. There's a shadow, so we'll brake on that shadow. Go into third. I am using the SRS shifter. There you go. I'm gonna do a little shake of the steering. That's coming out okay. We could have carried more speed there. Using the SRS shifter, T300, Derek Spears on button box. Cub Sport V2 pedals, Simetik K2 cockpit, Core i7, GTX 970, and a partridge in a pear tree. There goes that lap. But that's all the kit. Pretty much overkill. But that's what happens when you get into sim race. You just start buying more and more equipment, and you're never happy. You never got everything. Okay, we're going to get a chance to do maybe 2 laps because it's 57-second lap, I think. So it's a beast of a first corner. I can feel the car trying to slide out, and I know from the practice lap that once it's gone, it's gone. Now this is one of those questionable corners where that might actually be beneficial to do that in a mild slide. This corner, no. Oh, so hard to get it to stick. Come on. We get 1 lap here. It's going to be absolutely crucial to the qualifying position because this is a sprint race. I can't see overtaking happening on this track. It's so narrow. Okay, so this is it. It's like Michael Jackson, this is it. Means we're about to die of a drug overdose, so better make it good. It's hard to know how much gas you can get on before inducing oversteer and understeer with this. I am listening to the force feedback, there you go. So just getting on the power a bit more gentle. Oh, God, it just wants to slip out there because you've got the camber of the road as well to watch out for. Oh, come on, I'm going everywhere. Oh, well, it's faster. It's the fastest one of our laps, so, you know, can't complain. 10th, not too bad. The key is to just not slide then, I guess, and I think we can shift a little bit better, and we can carry more speed through these corners. This is so nippy though, and you literally, slight error and that's it, you've lost half a second a second. So this should be the test. Cars packed on the grid, fuel is there. We'll go by the estimate. I'm going to put 7 in just to be sure because I don't trust Kinos with that. We're using a default setup as well. Whew, this should be good. 38 seconds until the race starts. Look at that nice little pink headrest there. Oh, it's not the headrest, it's like the back of the air intake on the top of the crossbow. And I need to set up the cockpit camera a bit better, partly for you guys watching videos. But for now, we're just using the console dashboard because it actually happens to line up quite well with the way I've got my rig set up at the moment. But there we go. Let's get ready for the race. Put it in first gear. Oh, everyone was waiting for me. Typical gamer muscle, holding up the grid. But here we go. VALLELUNGA. The sun is out. This should be interesting. And the red lights go. Off and it's go, go, go. Smoke from the back of the cars. Up into second, into third, into fourth. Heli Corsa. More cars. The new one has been contact in front. We're going to brake. Gave him a little bit of a shunt and we just slid out the way of another driver, avoiding contact there. Fortunately, the guy that we tapped in front of us didn't have any issues there. I think it looks like Kunos have actually improved the collision code there, so that's all right. And most people, I mean, there was a little bit of contact there, but most people seem to have gotten through that, which is absolutely awesome. Well, we've got to watch out there. Car has a tendency to understeer at low speed. There's a bit of contact behind us, but everyone driving pretty smooth or a little bit slow down there in front of us. Someone's hit the curb and they're going to go wide and slow through there. We can try and do that smooth and try and catch up with them. Maybe not. Get into third here, try and get around the inside of this corner and power off early. Not quite. This is all about being smoother than a chocolate bar. And on that note, I'm hungry. Shadow brake point. Try and stay up the inside. Dabbing the brake. Shadows nicely off the car in front. Oh, someone's lost it in front there. They've taken 2 cars out. I was going to say the shadow looked nice, the car in front, and then I had to stop enjoying the visuals of AC and start concentrating on the carnage in front. And that's a good point, actually, with driving in general and in simulators. Always watch ahead. Don't get too fixated on what's right in front of you. Watch out for the oversteer there. We caught that just right. So with this grip levels and how this car's set up, it's happy with small amounts of oversteer, and then you can catch that small amount of oversteer and play with it a little bit. But if you let it go a bit further, you're going to be doing a disco dance donuts. So, and then on the brakes there, you can see we've got a little bit of oversteer on the brakes there. So the brake balance is actually set up quite nicely by default. So as I said, I've not changed anything. Seems to be set up quite nicely for that T1, so long as you put the right amount of brake pressure on. We've got someone right on our backside. As the car in front loses control a bit, whoever's behind us, I've left the door open on the inside. He should, yeah, well, he could have done that a bit more gentle. Oh, okay, this is Destruction Derby. I shouldn't have left the door open there, so a good example of how not to defend a corner there. I hope you guys are learning. I'm certainly learning. I left the door so far open. That was like having a castle and leaving the walkway down and the doors open and having a fanfare for the invading troops. There's been an accident on the right and he's gone. This is a battle of attrition here, and we've somehow, brake on the shadow, managed to gain 1 place even though we've gone backwards just from accidents. Not the best way to race, but a position's a position. Okay, that's probably 3rd gear through here, so we'll watch out for that in future laps. We'll just stay in 3rd there. This is the corner that I'm struggling with, so putting the power down in a way that doesn't cause too much slip, so just be gentle there, but getting into it to work out how to carry more speed into that corner. It's just going into 3rd there. I don't know if that's a 4th gear. Again, a lot of these corners are sort of murky as to where the gear is, at least at this point in time whilst I'm driving like a noob. But we'll slowly chip away at it. Brake on the shadow. That shadow is very convenient. Oh, there's been a bit of a slide there. We're going to try and capitalise on that. Capitalising it by absolutely ragging the car. Lap 5 of 8. This is a super sprint race, so Not much opportunity, but he's made a mistake. We might be able to get on the power. I'll get him back. So it's all fair in the race. And I'm on a really wonky line, you little bugger. What a bugger. I just need his name. Oh, try and join the track without getting a crash. So we worked our way up there. And whoever that was, who was it? STA, I think? Well, it's been recorded. Absolutely, I got destroyed there. But what can you do? I'd say, you know, the marshals would have a word with him, but it wasn't wrecking. It was a sort of murky racing incident. One of those frustrating things. And on a track this narrow, it's quite bound to happen. I mean, you saw the passes on me before, which I think were totally fair, where I got knocked into a little bit. That's the only way you can really pass with this kind of track like this. But I think that last move was a bit naughty by him. We'll have to send him off to the head teacher's office and they can have a word with him over his driving manners. Oh. Let's try and just smooth this off and see if we can not lose any places. We've got 2 cars behind us. We've got 2 laps to go. But I feel like we're getting to grips with this track. Definitely a case of driving smooth. And though there have been some car contact and incidents, this does seem... I mean, this very much seems on a par with... the quality of racing I've had in iRacing, which is pretty fantastic to get that on what is effectively a public system in Assetto Corsa. Not only because AC is dirt cheap. I mean, if you were to buy all the DLC and everything, you're still getting laser scan tracks, you're getting a bunch of really fantastic cars, and then you've got all the mods and everything. But it only really costs, I guess if you were to buy everything right now, not on a sale, it's probably about £35. And that would get you probably a couple of months of iRacing and maybe a car and a couple of tracks. And of course, Steam has Steam refunds as well, so if you didn't like it, you could get your money back. Now, I really don't know how long Sim Racing System is going to be able to keep this... Oh, that's not a good idea. Going to be able to keep this going for free because oh dear, bad driving by me there. Too much talking, not enough concentration on the car, because presumably if this gets more and more popular they're going to need more servers. Oh, we're forced to drive a dodgy line through there. He's going to move up the inside. Nice driving. Ah. I can't put the power down. So I was trying to go wide there to put the power down at the inside, but he gets the position. Let's put the names on the screen. There you go. Hugo Pedidi takes us on the last corner, and we finished down a place. I think we did all right, apart from really we just got punted off there. But everything seemed pretty smooth. It was really good driving by everyone, and that's happened on every race I've had so far. There hasn't been any wreckers or outright wreckers as of yet. There's been a couple of accidents, but they tend to be authentic accidents in that they line up to accidents. If you watch support races, as I say, on TV, like for the BTCC and what have you, you get the occasional crash in real life racing as well. So really, really good. And that's the second race in the Sim Racing System with the crossbow. Want to do the GT2 car, so we'll probably record that as well, and we'll see how that goes. But thanks for watching this race. We'll see you in the next race we do with this. I think every time we get a new track or a different car combo, we'll do a video of it, because this is absolutely superb. You know what you're signing up for, you get into it, the quality of racing is fantastic, you've got your score tracked, you know what's going on, you know the time of them. With this one it's every hour, with the other ones you know you can see the plan of it. What more could you want from sim racing? Absolutely fantastic. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you in the next video that we do. Goodbye everyone.